Alright guys, Original Gamer here, and I'm bringing you some videos of my Galaxy Artifact build. Um, this deck, I guess, has recently gained popularity. I didn't even know. I was actually just bored of a lot of different, the things I've been playing, and I just wanted to try something new, and I was like, well, I've never tried Galaxies ever before, and I was like, why not, And then I go in and I find out, there's a bunch of OCG exclusives for the deck that actually made the deck competitive recently. Of course, we don't have it at TCG. We probably won't have it for a while, but the deck's actually really fun to play, and it gained a competitive edge if you're able to use the OCG cards. I'm just gonna go ahead and play a couple of the videos that I have. I've only got like 5, I think, but we'll play these. And you guys can let me know what you think about the deck in the comment section below. This game was actually really slow, of course, because great. He had like every time that I would make a play, he would just have like the perfect back row to stop my plays, and I never really had anything proper. I don't think to make a proper play. I didn't start out with a very good hand, I don't think. A lot of this deck's hands are sometimes ends up being awkward a little bit, or if you make a play, like if you're forced to make a play, you're ended up with an awkward field sometimes. I might be misplaying a whole bunch, but like I said, I just picked the deck up, and a lot of people that I was playing on devpro said, "Oh, another one of these," and I was like, "Why are we even talking about another one of these? Like, is there something going on? Is they gaining popularity?" And they said a lot of people just told me they haven't played anything but Galaxies on devpro for a while. I didn't realize I was jumping the bandwagon without really knowing it, but it's one of the great plays of this deck. Raise Galaxy Wizards a level to 8, and then play Expedition to special summon out your Galaxy Eyes and make an 8, or you can just get your Galaxy's Eyes on the field and sit behind a 2500 wall and tribute your Wizard to get another card. Which I just wanted to make a play. I thought about using Wizard's effect to get me another card, but I just wanted to make a play, and Tachyon would have let me attack for a good amount of life points and get rid of at least 2 of his monsters. Here I just give up with Galaxy Soldier because I really didn't want to discard another Galaxy Soldier or my Galaxy Knight for his effect, but I kind of just did it just because I needed to make a play. Like, I just couldn't wait anymore. My life points were dwindling, and I haven't even touched his yet. I finally feel like I made a comeback, and it doesn't last for very long. That Necro Valley was a big pain because I the deck likes Call of the Haunted. Like, Call of the Haunted is really good because there's so many cards that combo with Call of the Haunted, like Marltak, the artifact. When he's special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can blow up one face up they control. You can bring back Galaxy Wizard, use his effects, tribute himself. You can bring back Knight, and Knight special summoned at all, and you can add a Galaxy monster to your hand. There's just so many cards that Call of the Haunted works for. So I was at this point, I think I was testing 3, and they just kept coming up dead because of Necro Valley. So I mean, if I was able to use my Call of the Haunted, this game would have went a lot faster. Like, I would have had probably no issues. But Necro Valley is a thing, so it kind of made any comeback play difficult. Because I just didn't have a play. Like right now, I got Overlay Booster in my hand and Galaxy Knight. And Galaxy Knight can't be normal summon unless I got a Galaxy monster, and Overlay doesn't really Booster is irrelevant unless I get another 5 to make a rank 5 with. At this point, I just feel like I'm going to lose because I have all these cards in my hand are completely dead. Top deck of Phoenix Chain. As soon as I saw that, I was like, maybe this will keep me alive for another turn or two, depending on what plays he made. Whenever he dropped that 4,500 attacker, I was like, I have to Phoenix Chain it, or I'm going to lose. And then he books it. Now I'm thinking, oh well, if I don't top deck some golden God draw, you know, I'm going to lose right here. And of course, I Miracle top deck Soldier. It'll let me get a play. I actually summoned him thinking I was going to get his effect and forgot about Necro Valley right there. So I made Tears. I was like, if Solemn Warning didn't stop it, I'm pretty safe. And of course, he just had that Dimensional Prison and just ruined my day. And I was like, okay, with Soldier on the field, as long as he doesn't summon another monster, and I knew he only had Necro Valley, unless he top decks a monster, I'm pretty safe. And thank God he didn't, or else I would have lost right there. And then a Miracle top deck. Boom, the second Miracle top deck. Mystical Space Typhoon. It lets me make my Call of the Haunted live. And I just pretty much just come back and just finish the game right here. He Phoenix Chains that instead of waiting for me to use Wizard. And I make him boost his attack with Overlay Booster, and then use his effect during the damage step and win. made his attack, what is it, 6,600? This card is fantastic. Going on. So this is a gadget matchup. I don't think this one lasted very long. Not at all. This is when this is the very first game I think I decided to save. So I might make a lot of misplays in this one. I'm not sure. Looks like I didn't do too bad though. I mean, I made a Felgrand. I got 2 monsters on the field, even though they're in defense. I got a 2,500 wall and a 0 defender, and I managed to maintain an equal advantage of 6. I didn't minus at all that whole turn. I still ended with 6 cards, which is a fantastic thing to me. That's just awesome. Here's Call of the Haunted making some more plays. Galaxy Soldier gets his effect off Special Summon. Grab Galaxy Knight. I had another Galaxy Eyes in the graveyard. I Special Summoned it, and he just quit after that. And of course, I had a Theosophy play just in case he decided to make something in his turn. I could have just flipped this, got Moral Attack out, and then destroyed whatever play he was trying to make. All right, I did record this game right here. I lost in it. I'm going to show it to you guys just because, Madolches are really, really good, and I really wanted to try beating them. I just didn't, I didn't really feel like this. And I had a really bad hand, too, like double Soldier with nothing to really discard. I hate that. Like, I don't ever want to discard Soldier with Soldier. I just didn't want to. So, it takes forever for me to make a play. He starts out with a, decent hand. He got a Mageline. He's got double Mageline. And, Pot of Duality, he even makes his hand better. And all I got is my 3 back row. And I'm hoping to draw something worth discarding off Soldier. So I'm, like, holding back my plays. And if I ever did make a play, I felt safe because I had all this back row. And then I had Honest just in case he tried to attack over something. And I was like, I can at least stop Tiramisu plays. I finally drew in a Moral Attack. And I was like, I can discard Moral Attack with Soldier. That's fine. Although I didn't have a play outside of that. I could have dropped my other Soldier, but I wanted to... His effect that adds stuff to his hand is only once per turn, and I kind of didn't want to minus myself, so I just didn't go through with the play. I probably should have, but after I saw Galaxy Expedition, it kind of felt worth it to me. And that DD Crow, that's what won him the game, honestly. I remember now, yeah. Every time I tried to make a nice push, it involved me needing Galaxy Eyes in the graveyard or, using Call of the Haunted or something. And he decided to main deck DD Crow for his, hoot cake fodder. And it just annihilated me. It was really, really bad. Graveyard Disruption against this deck's really, really good. This is one of the guys that actually told me he was tired of playing Galaxies today, and the day he was, dueling on DevPro, and he put DD Crows in the main just for that, and the possibility of playing Dark Worlds. I was like, I told him I use Max C in it, but DD Crow might actually, in some cases, be better, I guess. I'm not sure if, more than not. Although it would, it wouldn't, Max C wouldn't really be good against Fire Fist and stuff like that. DD Crow could stop Wolfbark plays at least, or that random dragon play. Here's I drew a card and I'm like, oh, I can make a play, I'll be able to summon my Galaxy Knight, and no, he DD Crows it, ruining my Galaxy Zero play. And I saw a Who Cake and I was like, I have to stop that or I pretty much lose, so I just bottomless it. Here I ran out of plays. Like this card can't be normal unless I have another Photon or Galaxy monster. And Honest is completely useless because I don't have a monster in the field. And here at the end phase I was like, I might as well try to get a monster, And it gets stopped by Phoenix Chain. I didn't even get to pop his ticket, nothing. I'm pretty much in a top decking war now. I set the Galaxy Expedition, just as a bluff, really. I just didn't want him to blow up my Call to Haunted. At least I could somewhat make a play with the Call to Haunted. Draw into another 0. Here I pretty much gave up. I probably shouldn't have did that, but I felt like it would have put me in a great position to make it Exciton Knight. But of course he had Dark Hole. I mean, if he didn't have Dark Hole, I might have even been able to stall for at least one more extra turn and put 19 more hundred on the board, But he even had the Mirror Force, so I pretty much just lost at this point. I mean, if I could have used his effect again, if he didn't have that Dark Hole, more than likely he probably wouldn't have set the Mirror Force because I would have just blew it away with Exciton Knight's effect. But I had that dead Galaxy Knight in my hand this whole time. That's why I would recommend not running any more than 2. That guy, he's searchable, and it's unnecessary in 3. It would just clog too hard. But 1's 2 less, you probably wouldn't see it at all. I mean, it is an instant rank 8. And that I just drew that, and I was like, oh, cool, maybe I make a play. And I tributed him because I can't do anything if he's level 8. So I figured I'd look and see if I could find a card. And, of course, there was nothing I could do, so I just decided to quit. I lost that. I surrendered. And here is Galaxy versus Gishki. This guy gets really close to getting me, too. I think we end up in the top deck war, and I just top deck better. And of course, I drew a crappy hand of just all back row again. I figured that would just stop his attacks, and I could disrupt his field a little bit. But he had the Phoenix Chain. Of course, he couldn't attack after that. So he decided to make Zeal Gigas, and I really did not want him to get that effect off. So I Phoenix Chained it. I wasn't going to put it to, faith that he wouldn't get it. Although later I put my faith into him not top decking a monster, and I ended up winning because he didn't. Here I was going to attack 2 to do the most damage, but I wouldn't have won game either way. I thought about going Pleiades too, and I don't know, I just decided against it. I figured if I put more damage on the board, I might come back and win somehow. Which, I'm glad I decided to put damage on the board, or else I wouldn't have won, I don't think. As soon as I saw him drop that beast, I was like, yep, here comes 101, and of course it happened. Now I'm just stuck with dealing with that field, and I'm not top decking garbage. Dead in my hand, dead without another Galaxy monster. I mean, I have a Mirror Force, but it won't stop this, and I wasn't going to 1-for-1 it. And I have an MST. I pretty much just hope to top deck something. That Phoenix Chain right there just I'm guaranteed I wanted to use the Mirror Force this turn just to get rid of his entire field. I would chain my Phoenix Chain and get rid of his 101, which is exactly what I do. He mixes Yield Gigas, and I'm praying to God he doesn't hit a monster, and he doesn't, thank God. And he overextends real bad, and I'm like, yes, I get to wreck his whole field with Mirror Force now. Activate Mirror Force, he chains Book of Moon to protects his Yield Gigas, and I Phoenix Chain his 101 to take the rest of his field out. Otherwise, I would have really got close to losing. MST, face down, space is torrential. Draw into the most awesome bottomless I've ever seen. And then I top deck Wizard for game. Make his level 8, Galaxy Expedition, make Felgran attack directly for game. One last duel, and it's actually Galaxy versus Galaxy. My deck wins. This is the point where I decided to try card D, and I'm glad I did, because that opening hand was awful. And the fact that, I was able to card D just pretty much made me win. I can completely understand for people not wanting to run it, just because if you're not, you definitely don't want to use up your normal summon on anything other than Wizard and stuff, and you definitely want to special summon as much as you can in a turn. But generally, sometimes this deck opens with such awkward hands that, like, I feel like it's just better to throw the card D in. I mean, if I open an awkward hand, I'll use card D. If I open a great hand, I won't use card D, And if I get in a top deck anymore, like it seems like I do all the time with this deck, I could just drop card D and top deck into something way faster than my opponent. And here he drops, this. I Phoenix Chain his Soldier play, and I was like, okay, that'll force a minus out of him. And now he has, if he doesn't have another, like he Galaxy Expedition, and I was like, okay, he's got to make a rank 5. What's he gonna make? But he probably looked through his extra deck and realized nothing's gonna get rid of Felgran that he had, and just quit after that. And even if he would have made something with Felgran, I was okay with that, because I instantly had an rank 8 play to back it up. Like, I could have dropped this, leveled up to 8, played this, or the one I had set, and got myself a Galaxy Eyes Dragon and made about any 8 could run over anything it could bring out as a 5. So, but that's the end of the duels. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to see a deck list, let me know. I'm still tinkering with it a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Original Gamer is out. Thank you guys for watching.